disclaimer, 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 disclaimer. I am by no means a financial expert, a financial advisor, nothing like that.
I'm a bad bitch, she's a savage. Look back while I turn. No comparison here. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Acting stupid, what was happening?
What it do, boos? Welcome back to my channel. This is Cats Talks, Hauls, and whatever else falls. And we're doing another talk today because, like I said, I wanted to start a series on my channel called What I Wish I Knew Before ... And today I'm gonna do what I wish I knew before growing up or becoming an adult or whatever you want to call it. If you see that this is the same video from the same outfit from my last video or vice versa, you know I'm trying to pump out these videos like boom 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 so I have some content for y'all because my consistency is trash. You know, I do work Monday through Friday, so on the weekends I usually just want to chill, but I'm trying to get back out there, y'all. I'm trying to get my coins up. I'm trying to get the content out because I like filming, I like editing, but I'm lazy sometimes. But nah, not today. I'm filming at least 2 videos, at least, and maybe some pics, period, and doing some stuff for my business, QKlooks. So, but anyway, yeah, so today I'm gonna do what I wish I knew before growing up or becoming an adult. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Any kind of support you can give, I greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so school is in session. Hey! Sorry, no, don't, no. So I'm not grown completely. I'm 23 years old, so I don't have a whole lot because, you know, I'm not out here doing big stuff, but I'm pretty independent for the most part. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing is I wish I knew about taxes and finance. I wrote down that high schools should have taught that. Now I did go to college and that could have been an option, but I was obviously focused on my major, so finance, taxes really wasn't on my mind. But I wish high schools would have taught that because my high school, we had a cooking class, a sewing class, and how to take care of a baby. And to me, those 3 things, who said I'm gonna have a kid? I'm not saying I don't, but like everyone, like, how to take care of a baby. What if that person didn't want kids? Cooking, okay, yeah, but we didn't cook like gourmet meals. We learned like how to make apple crisps and breakfast stuff that I was already doing on a daily. And then the sewing class, that I did enjoy that. It was like sewing and interior design. I did enjoy that because I'm actually looking into interior design. I really like that. And the sewing was cool. I know how to sew using a machine. I forgot because it's only 1 semester, so it wasn't an ongoing class. So it was like, if someone were to give me a machine right now, I'd be like, huh? But I can get on YouTube and refresh myself. Cool. But as for finances and taxes and all that stuff, no, we didn't get that. I remember one time I learned how to write a check. It was 1 class. It wasn't even a full like semester. It was 1 day in that class. We learned how to write a check. Do I remember? Have I written a check since? Probably like twice. But taxes are every year. Finances are every day. So, you know, I just wish I knew more about that. Now, obviously now, like, I'm doing better. I'm living on my own, so I have to learn that stuff. But investing, saving, Roth IRA, and stocks and bonds and all that, I have to, if I want to figure that out, I have to ask my sister and stuff, which isn't a problem. You know, that's not a problem. But, you know, I've went to a financial advisor a few times just so I could understand. I still don't fully understand. So I just wish I knew more about that. And just learning how to adult the right way. I guess there's no right way, but in finances, I feel there's a right way to do things and a wrong way. And I felt like I was doing it for a wrong way for a long time. And I still kind of am. I know that. Number 2, I wish I knew cost of living and like income. All I gotta say is, y'all, do not live beyond your means. I have been guilty of this. I low-key sometimes still am. But, you know, you need to really calculate your income and your cost of living and make sure you're not going, at least not going into the red. Like, your cost of living includes rent, car note if you have it, insurances, electric, water, food. Please do not forget to calculate food. I made that mistake more than once. Do not forget to calculate food in your bills. That is a bill. And then you have to have, like, what about emergency fund? Or if you have pets, I have a cat, you know, buying her cat food, her litter, vet. I got her insurance because you know how much vet bills are, you guys? Ridiculous. Like, if I have insurance, why not her? And she's older, so yeah, things like that. And then depending on the state you live in, like my state doesn't do this as far as I know. Actually, do not quote me because I've still only been here less than a year, so they might do this and I don't even know. But property taxes, like for your car or whatever that is, you know. So cost of living versus income, you need to really calculate that. And I know there's this rule, and I saw it, I'm in this Facebook group called the Broke Black Girl, and like we just talk about finances and how to help each other with like credit and stuff. And there's this budgeting tool that they use called the 50-30-20 rule, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically 50% of your income should be needs, so all your bills and all that kind of things. 30% should be wants, so that's like the subscriptions, the memberships, and those kind of things. And then 20% should be savings. Now, when I saw this, I did my calculations, and my income, my bills, rent alone was 50% of my income, so of my monthly income. So I was like, wow, I really need to get some stuff together. Now, my rent is not going to change, but I can change the way I spend things. Like, even the other day, I know I just went crazy on shopping, and I know sometimes I'll look at it, I'm like, I put that down, and sometimes I won't. And it's a learning process, you guys. You know, you just gotta know your income and know what you can and can't afford. That's all I gotta say. I try to be bougie on a budget, y'all. Like, I just sold a few things in my apartment because I really wanted this storage shelf off Amazon. And I was like, oh, I really want that. But I was like, I should get rid of what I have first, because one, I didn't have the space. And I'm like, I'm not using this. I had a desk I wasn't using. I had a chair I wasn't using. I had 2 storage carts I wasn't using. So I sold those, and I was able to get the storage shelf. So if you need extra cash, maybe sell some things around your house, pick up a skill, maybe you know how to sew from that sewing class in high school. Use that. Maybe you know how to do makeup. Maybe you know how to sell things. I'm not saying you have to start a business per se, but you can do a little side hustle. So yeah, just your cost of living versus income. You should have more income than your cost of living, pretty much is what it comes down to. Sorry, that was a long ramble. Number 3, what I wish I knew before growing up was the new expenses that come with moving, y'all. Moving expenses hit different. And that's both in-state and out-of-state. When I moved in-state, like I was moving from apartment to apartment, you know, it was like, all right, a little $200 there, a little $150 there, admin fees, you know, all that I could handle. Moving out of state, y'all, garbage. So moving out of state, first of all, that's a whole other story time. But I moved out of state for a person. Don't do it. Anyway, I moved out of state, 6 hours away from my hometown, and so that cost. I had a lot of stuff, and I have a small car. I have a Honda Civic, so I can't fit a whole bunch of stuff. So I fit as what I could in my car, packed to the brim, whatever you want to call it. And then I had a shipping service ship my stuff. Now, I like them. They were called You Pack, We Ship, or something like that. You Pack. It's called You Pack. I don't know. I'll find it. But I like them because there was many options. You could either take it to them and they could ship it, or they could bring it to you. It's a cool process, and it wasn't that expensive. You know, what they did was they charged you for how much of their freight truck you used. So they were already, basically what I said was, hey, I'm moving here and I need to ship some stuff. What they said is, oh, okay, here's a few trucks that are going to that area. You can use up to 5 feet of the truck, and that's what we'll charge you for. So, period. So 5 feet, and it wasn't a whole, 5 feet was perfect. It was actually a little too much, because like I said, I packed my car as much as I could. And so 5 feet of truck, and I'm talking about a big freight truck, one of those ones you pass on the highway that you try to drive by and hurry like fast, that type of truck. So that's cool, but you know, that cost going from state to state, and then like they charge you for their gas and that type thing. And then moving, when I got here, after that situation ended with that person and I had to move to another apartment within the state, that was also another thing, because you got your admin fees, your security deposit, maybe pet fee if you have a pet, first month's rent, sometimes last month's rent. I didn't have to do that, but first month's rent, and the cost to turn on the water, the cost to turn on my electric, that type thing. So I just wish I knew that moving was going to be expensive, but one, I didn't plan to move twice, and then the moving itself, you know, hiring movers. I had a bed and a dresser that's very heavy and was very expensive, and again, living above my means, it happens. You know, stuff that had to be put together. I had movers not only move it, but I had them put it together because I wasn't gonna do it, y'all. But yeah, so I just wish I knew that moving was gonna be a big chunk of my savings, and that's something you should look into. So whenever you move, if you're moving in state or if you're moving out of state, one, look up the cost of living in that state, like the average cost, and maybe look up your job salary, see how much what your career would do. My career right now here, the pay, it's more other places, but the cost of living is usually more other places. Like, the cost of living in California is going to be different from the cost of living in Kentucky, which is where I am. So the pay is going to be lower in Kentucky because the cost of living isn't expensive. It's really not expensive to live here, from what I have felt. Like, when I tell people how much rent is and stuff, they're like, wow, that's actually really good. And so, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't realize I was gonna talk so much. I didn't know I was a talker. Well, I didn't know I was a talker, but talking to a camera. Anyway, yeah, just the cost is expensive. So, and let's talk about the moving costs. The cost of car stuff. Let's just get that, you know, into the moving expense, because when I moved, I had to change my registration, my title, the insurance, because you have to have insurance based in the state, and the registration and the title, getting that together was a hot mess, you know, because you have to get the title registered over to Kentucky, get the registration registered over to Kentucky. Please calculate those into your expenses when moving in state, out of country, whatever. It's gonna be just it blew me. And I just wish I knew that. Number 4, bills in general. Bills, like reoccurring bills. The rent price stays the same, but my water gets included with my rent, but it fluctuates. So I mean, it's not that much, but it'll definitely fluctuate because I like to take long showers. Now, it's only me, so it shouldn't be that much. And it's usually not. But the electric bill, it's going to fluctuate. It's going to fluctuate winter to summer, spring to fall. So in the winter, my heat was on 25.8 because I don't like being freezing at night. I like to sleep comfortably. So my electric bill was up there. Whereas now it's pretty low because I only have the air condition on. But you know, little things can help. For example, my electric bill last month was pretty low, but then this month I was like, why is it so high? I realized I was leaving my bedroom fan on all the time. When I left for work, it was still on and stuff. So, you know, doing little things can save you money. Cutting off the fans, turning off those lights you're not using. I hate unnecessary lights, y'all. Like, my family hates it. We all grown up. If the light is not being used, turn it off. No. So turning off unnecessary lights, unplugging things that you're not using. I have like night lights and I do keep them plugged in, and I realize if I start unplugging them, I could save and it might be cents you're saving, but those cents will go in a long time. You know, I just want people to know, like, people, I have a lot of friends and stuff talking, oh, I wish I could move out, Save first if you can, if your family's allowing you. Like, get your bread up before you just live on your own, and calculate all your income, your expenses before doing that. Because let me tell you, I'm grateful that I have my own. Like, whenever I come home, I'm like, yo, this is mine, this is great, and I'm great. And you know, now my next step is to buy a house, not anytime soon necessarily, maybe within the next 5 years, because I don't see myself living here, like buying a house here. But I don't know, who knows? That's God's plan, not mine. But yeah, just, you have to really know what you're getting yourself into money wise. So bills, you need to really ask your apartment, like, hey, what's included? Water, electric, gas, like, because those could all be separate. And then you think like rent is only $500, and then you get your bill and it goes to $700 because you didn't include all the extra bills. My building has a trash fee. My old apartment, like before I moved here into Kentucky, this was optional when I was there, but now it's not. They had a $20 extra trash fee where you could set your trash outside your house and people would come get it. Now, that was completely unnecessary. My dumpster was literally right across from my door. I didn't have to pay nobody $20 to do it, but they made it a requirement. So that's $20 extra in your rent because someone has to come and take your trash out. So make sure you get a whole breakdown of everything that you're going. This is house, apartment, townhome, condo, whatever you're trying to live in. So yeah, lease agreements, really read those. You know, they might have penalty fees for you not telling them that you want to move out in time, or penalty fees for being an hour late on the rent. You know, you just have to really calculate every last cent. Like, I'm a strong believer, at least I am now, right now, I'm trying to, every dollar should have a place. Every dollar of your income should have a place. Bills, wants, needs, savings, whatever. Every dollar should have a place. Or that, because if not, that's when it's easy to spend and spend and spend, and you won't, you know, have money left over for savings or something that you really need. And that's really all I have for that, y'all. Just, like I said, I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a financial advisor, nothing like that. I just want to help as much as I can. If anybody has any questions about living on your own, you can comment down below and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Every state is different as well. So I don't know what other states have that mine doesn't, or vice versa. Like I said, property tax, I don't think we have that here, but I know someone who they have to pay property tax on their like car, even if it's not being driven, like they have to pay property tax. It's wild. So know what your state has and what they need from you in regards to money. And like I said, the most important thing is try not to live above your means, and that doesn't always work. You know, sometimes, you know, you might have to. You know, I knew after college I didn't want to live at home. I was moving out of Pittsburgh regardless. I knew I was moving, and especially with both my parents passing, there was no need for me to go back home. I have my sister and her husband, that's cool, I talk to them, but there was no need for me to go back home. So definitely, and you know, it wasn't 100% my choice to move here. I guess it was, but I moved here for the wrong reasons. So when you're moving, or when you're becoming an adult in general, calculate every last penny. Try not to overspend, and you know, save up for the little important things, like your car might break down, renter's insurance, y'all. That's also something you need to calculate. There's just so much, and I don't want to spend the whole video doing that. If you guys have any more comments or questions, you can comment, and I will, like I said, answer them to the best of my ability. If you have anything else you want to see in the series, you can comment that. And thank you so much. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Any support you give is greatly appreciated, like I said. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, you guys. Bye.